herb garden that is doing well with its marigolds. So, my lemon thyme has gotten buried in there, but the basil has gone insane, including the opal basil that sadly turns green. The stingy bees are having fun. And looks like the basil is taking over. My poor verbena has died, but the planter will not be empty. You'll never guess, I just watered 2 hours ago and it's this dry again. But look how pretty. Those are some blanket flowers that hopefully will reseed. Got a few clinging on. And look how pretty it's opening up. Don't want to get stung, but yay! I didn't put on much of a show this year, but the leaves, I love this thing. It's so pretty. It was when it first got it, it had bright red blooms a couple years ago. My little porch jungle. And they're closing up for the day because I usually do this in the morning. But we've got some purslane. The orange cosmos filling in where the petunias failed this year. And they're pretty. Oh, there's another bud. Limey is still trying. The other ones have been eaten up already. There was a goldfinch having a snack. And the only supercalibrocha that's survived. Look how pretty. Sadly, my red and black one did not. Not sure what this is. It was planted by the birds. Kind of like the marigolds and sunflowers that had gotten eaten to bits by our surprise groundhog, but they're coming back nicely. Garden 1, not at all what I had planned. And coming and going as some of it's going to seed, some of it's coming back. You can see we've got a little bachelor button in there. And some seeds of some other zinnias. And oh, Thumper knocked a few down. We've had bunnies taking naps in the gardens. I watered one surprise this morning. And the sunflowers that I didn't plant. I have a whole field that unfortunately I don't think they're going to get big enough to do anything because they got chewed down by Mr. Surprise Groundhog and they have recovered. Again, I did not plant these marigolds. I planted some white ones that got offed, but I'm going to have to trim them up, or at least these sunflowers, because that's a daylily, that's not weeds. I wanted to come back, so I've got some trimming to do. And these are some volunteers from Garden 2 that seated themselves over here. Some other colors. A little bit of crepe myrtle. I've got some deadheading to do, but we've got some new buds. I don't know how well you can tell in this light. All I see is a glare, but we got some pretty roses. These are on their way out, but we've got some more buds on Mr. Pinky. He's doing pretty good. He's all leaning forward. Well, the mulch didn't work. I got a lot of cleaning up to do, but I left the tag on so I would know what they are till it gets big. It's supposed to turn into that. And there's a little new growth. And And this really pretty dark color is the old stuff. But it's closing in on like high 90s, so we're not gonna get a lot done this weekend. In garden 2, I don't know what some of this is. This is all reseed and whatever that is that the butterfly and moths seem to like. Let's see if we can get another surprise bunny. I watered this morning and Thumper came flying out. This is 100% reseeding. Some pretty zinnias. And this is a little outside the garden. This is what has seeded itself in garden 1 now. My favorite is this sunflower that comes from there where it has been torn down by the squirrel. Kind of like this one that I have to get low on the ground because it managed to flower. It has now been eaten by Pearl and the goldfinches. And oh, I see where Thumper was. I think this is my favorite sunflower. Not because of what it's doing surviving, but those colors, that is just beautiful. Hopefully it shows, because again, I am Glare City, but I think this was the, can't remember if this is the cherry one or the Night Queen, but it's a very blackish red. You can tell with the distinctive stem, though it is dying out just by daily watering. And you can see where she has bitten off one of the heads there. So she better replant the seeds for me. And then something else that I did not plant, to look up and make sure that is doggy friendly. If it is, it can stay because it's cool looking. But we must always think of the doggies first. And again, they've been trying to eat sunflowers. That one's just got a laying. And the goldfinches have been going to town. So I have to look up also what that is, unless some of y'all know, because again, no idea. But it must be doggy friendly. The winds and rain have not been nice. It's been knocking them over, making them too heavy, but look how pretty. Got some nice purple going there. Whereas our red one is slightly shorter than me. This is towering over my head at like 9 feet tall. I would not mind this lining my fence in various colors. And the animals seem to love it. And again, we've got something that has decided to grow in with it. More of whatever that is. Oh, and it's got some cool red foliage coming on with it. The birds love making their nests back here, hiding in it. So they aren't the ones yelling at me right now. That's insects. I hope y'all have enjoyed this tour of my flowers in the backyard and some of the buggy noises and animals. But we've got to go inside so the birds can come back out. We have quite a lot of feeders. Bye.